Hello, this is Hal. I found a bargain when I went to a card shop in Tokyo last week, and I'd like to show you it today. That is this product. This is a special edition of the first starter deck released in 2006. A starter deck is a pre-built deck for beginners that was released every year from 2006 to 2019. It consists of cards with effects that are easier to understand than the structure deck. The list price is 1,700 yen, but I was able to purchase it for 1,000 yen. It's about $7. I think it was sold cheaply because it had been opened, but it's a miracle that I was able to get a product from nearly 20 years ago for less than the list price. Now, let's unpack it. First of all, it includes a special edition limited promo card. This is a card with a different illustration of Elemental Hero Sparkman. This illustration is an illustration of a card used by Edo Phoenix in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. This is a very cool illustration. First, let's take a look at the accessories. The accessories include a playmat, rulebook, questionnaire postcard, and DVD. Let's take a look at them one by one. The playmat is for one person. To duel with two people, you will need two of these playmats. Next is the rulebook. The rulebook has very detailed rules. I read it and found that it has considerably more information than the rulebook included in the starter box released in 1999. It seems like if you answered the questionnaire postcard, you could win a prize in a lottery. Unfortunately, the application deadline is 2007. The DVD is only included in the special edition. This DVD explains the rules of dueling for beginners. It explains almost the same content as the rulebook. A similar DVD was included in the 2007 edition starter deck released a year later. Now, let's take a look at the cards in the deck. The top card is Gazelle, the king of mythical beasts. This deck also includes many cards that are not related to Elemental Hero. There are a whopping 10 monsters that have no effects. Since this is a deck for beginners, there are many monsters that have no effect. There are many monsters that have high stats and are easy to use. Of course, this deck also includes many Elemental Hero monsters. First up is Elemental Hero Avian. It's a weak card on its own, but the illustration is very cool. This card can be said to be one of the representative cards of Elemental Hero. Next up is Elemental Hero Burstinatrix. She's a rare female monster in Elemental Hero. You can summon 13 types of fusion monsters with just this card and Elemental Hero Avian. Next up is Elemental Hero Clayman. It is characterized by a defense power of 2000. Many of Elemental Hero's normal monsters have low stats, so this card can be said to be an excellent monster. Elemental Hero Sparkman also includes cards with regular illustrations. This illustration is also cool. In the English version of the anime, it is revealed that he has a wife named Sparkwoman. Next up are effect monster cards. There are a lot of old cards like Magician of Faith and Kuribo. There are many cards that are easy to use and have easy to understand effects. Some cards, such as Skelangel, were reprinted for the first time in this deck. Actually, this deck does not contain any fusion monsters. Elemental Hero's strength is fusion, so it's surprising that fusion monsters aren't included. I think fusion monsters were not included because it is a deck for beginners. However, I wish that famous fusion monster cards such as Elemental Hero Flame Wingman were included. And the only ultra-rare card in this deck is Elemental Hero Bladedge. This is an illustration that looks good with ultra-rare processing. The compatibility between the golden illustration and the ultra-rare processing is outstanding. It's a rare advanced monster in Elemental Hero. This card often appeared in the anime, and was often special summoned. Let's take a look at the magic cards too. There are also many old cards here. Since this is a deck for beginners, there are many cards with easy to understand effects. It also includes many strong cards such as Premature Burial, Fissure, and Tribute to the Doomed. A particularly strong card is Heavy Storm. This card destroys all magic and trap cards on the field. It was designated as a banned card in 2010, for years after the deck was released. Also, Dark Factory of Mass Production is a card that allows you to collect normal monsters from the graveyard into your hand, so it goes well with Elemental Hero decks that have a lot of normal monsters. This deck has many strong magic cards. There are also many old trap cards such as reinforcements and castle walls. Many strong trap cards are also included. Sakuratsu Armor and Magic Cylinder are strong cards that block your opponent's attacks. The compulsory evacuation device is particularly strong and easy to use. This card has the effect of returning the opponent's monster to the hand. It is a useful card that can be used in a variety of ways, such as preventing your opponent's fusion summons and synchro summons, and blocking attacks. This deck contains cards that are also strong trap cards. Today we introduced the starter deck released in 2006. I was very lucky to get this for $7, even though it was an opened product. I really enjoy visiting card shops because I can find bargains like this. Thank you for watching until the end. Please subscribe to the channel. See you again, goodbye.